Week 3, the Chargers won a shootout in their first matchup against the Chiefs. Can Kansas City get revenge? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Runs over it. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gray. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert flushed out right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Play action. It's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Looking for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown! Donald Parham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll find Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
Chargers, 14.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1.
So we've come up. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To the air again. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. Going underneath for Lewis. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know,
this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Nice move by Lewis.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Herbert off of play action.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Donald Parham.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Herbert now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 28-24, just over 1:40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. It's caught by Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mahomes. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Mahomes, it's a big play, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Chiefs, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop just their second.